Bless you all. It's dinner time to heal. From the Awakening of Phoenix, Living with Disability Healing. That tantalizing yumminess you just saw is dish number 2 in my series called Thanksgiving and Christmas Dinner Alternatives. Not everybody wants to constantly eat turkey every year. I'll give you a sneak peek of the first meal towards the end of the video. Let's get started. My friends, this dish is so simple. It's so easy. The prep time will literally take you 10 minutes or less. Start with a red onion with medium cut slices long ways. And make sure to remove that outer skin and any tough pieces. You don't want that inside of the ingredients. And then you just put it inside of a bowl and set aside. Next up, I have here 2 large garlic cloves. You can either slice them thin or mince them for this recipe. We have a half a cup of red onions and a tablespoon of minced garlic. Next, I have here 2 large sweet potatoes. I cleaned them, removed the skin, and sliced them in half and into bite-sized pieces to make it easier and faster with a much softer and smoother consistency after they're boiled. Here I have some stew beef. In order for them to cook more even and tender, because all of them are different sizes, I'm careful to look at the side, and if it's big, it's okay if it's thin. On the other hand, when it's thicker, just cut it in half. It'll cook more evenly. Now, once the side closest to the heat starts to gray and the color begins to brown, then you want to go ahead and add your flavors. I am a person who has heightened senses, so I feel my measurements. Recipes are all well and good, but I find that food literally carries its own energy, has its own presence, and I season them according to that. A sprinkle here or a dash there, because each ingredient is different and carries its own energy, and no plate is the same. That's the beauty of having something so healing, is that each plate gives its own energy and works inside of your body differently. Now go ahead and turn your beef into a low medium, and in a small mixing bowl, put in 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil, 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar or lime juice, an optional tablespoon of oyster sauce. Now, if you have an allergy, no problem. Just add in 2.5 tablespoons of soy or tamari. If you're using oyster, then just add in after that 1.5 tablespoons of soy or tamari. Add 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. Then this is when you add in your sweetener of choice, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar or a teaspoon of honey or 1 teaspoon of grade A maple syrup. Sprinkle each of salt and pepper and thyme with an optional red pepper flakes. I like it spicy. And an optional 1/2 tablespoon of ginger. Mix well, pour it into the pot of beef along with 1/2 cup of water and a teaspoon of flour. Let cook to about 10 minutes, and then this is what it's going to look like. Pour it into a foiled pan, cover it up and make it like a pocket with well ventilation, and put it in your oven for 30 to 40 minutes on 350 degrees until tender. You may need to add in about 1/4 cup more of water depending on your oven, but my goodness, my house smells so good. Next up is one of the best ingredients of this dish, in my opinion, is the sweet potatoes. You want to go ahead and place them in the boiled water for 15 minutes to 20 minutes until they're soft enough to mash. Safety first. Be careful of the splashback. Next up, our beautiful purple red onions. And again, get in the habit of feeling your measurements, salt and pepper. It's a muscle. And it's like using a part of your brain that needs exercise. It has atrophy. Sharpen that higher sense. When they are close to translucent, we add in the haricots. If you haven't tried them, I'm sorry. They're so tender and meaty and more sweet than the regular string beans. But I'm using organic and frozen. Just cover the whole bottom of the pan. So about 2.5 cups. Stir and mix very well. Again, it's organic, so be sure to remove any stems. Add in a healthy dash of thyme and onion and garlic powder. You can add in a little more pepper too. Then right on top of that, put in 2 cups of sliced mushrooms. My friends, the aroma, it's incredible. It smells so good. Put in your fresh garlic and mix well. When you mix, and I say this over and over because I believe it and I have observed it, this is when a lot of your energy exchange happens during cooking. So keep your vibes and frequency and energy positive. By now, as you see, the sweet potatoes are ready. We rinse in just 1.5 tablespoons of butter, a small sprinkle of salt because the butter is salted, a sprinkle of black pepper, a cupful of grade A maple syrup, and a very small sprinkle of nutmeg. And don't be shy here, a healthy dash of cinnamon, a sprinkle of thyme, a 1/2 cup of almond milk or cream of your choice, mash, and voila. Now, after your string beans or haricots, as I have here, are cooked to your liking, you can remove the beef from the foil and set aside in a bowl because it's time to plate. I start with a serving of sweet potatoes, smooth it out a bit. In the middle, I place my haricots, red onions, garlic, and mushrooms long ways on the top. I just love that beautiful green on top of that orange. It's so autumn. The colors just pop. And they're so warm and inviting. Just looking at it, it's the beginning of eating, and it's so healing. My friends, this could be a vegan meal on its own. Instead of beef, just top the string beans with some toasted almonds. So delicious. Nonetheless, if you are a meat eater and you just were tired of turkey or simply want to try something different for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, this ginger beef, mushroom, and haricots over sweet potatoes is a comforting, easy, healthy, and delicious alternative. My friends, it's decadent. That was just a sample plate. Here's the real deal right here. It smells so good, my mouth is watering. Happy holidays, everyone. Don't forget, Acapella Awakening has a $1,000 singing contest. Go to Acapella Awakening on YouTube and Facebook for the official rules and details. Good luck and God bless. As promised, this is a sneak peek of the first dish in my series called Thanksgiving and Christmas Dinner Alternatives. God bless you all. Happy holidays. Here's to your health. You're God's child. Thank you for watching. If you've been blessed by this content, help the phoenixhealingministries.org grow and subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up and share our content. You're worth it. You're worthy. You're enough. You're God's child. And as always, it is not just your spirituality that can define your journey. It's your journey that can define your spirituality.